Hey, so we're here for the next part of the Lukcy project, and we are here at the Mitchell and Ness store because I have designed a hat with Mitchell and Ness, and we're going to interview a whole bunch of my friends. Let's go.
I'm Morgan Ted. I'm a photographer and cinematographer, and yeah, that's it. I met Kitty on one of my first shoots for the agency that I work at now, an agency called RBH. Which stands for Reese Bradley Hepburn. I met Kitty on the first shoot we worked on with Duck and Cover, which took place on like a light boat out near Canary Wharf, which was actually an awesome location, like a really great shoot. I'd say I've created my own luck, and it's a weird phrase, so I try not to use the word luck whenever I speak about how I got to where I got. And I used to resent when people said to me, "Oh man, you're so lucky, you get to do what you love for a job, you're so lucky." Luck had nothing to do with it. I think when people say they make their own luck, is what they really mean is they worked their asses off to get to where they are, and they've put the work before everything else and put the work into what they love. And a lot of people kind of say, making your own luck is all about faking it till you make it, and I don't agree with that either. I think it's all about making it until you make it, or creating until you make it, get to that point. You create your own opportunities, and I think that's what luck really is. It's just a stream of opportunities which you get through working hard and being authentic and loving what you do. Yeah, I'd be happy, more happy now to use the word luck, because I think in the past people use that word luck with almost like a negative connotation of, man, you're so lucky. When really it had nothing to do with it. But now, like creating, when you kind of use it, luck as in saying creating your own luck, that makes a lot more sense to me, because it means it's almost like a positive thing.
I'm Morgan. I run the UK's original sneaker event. There wasn't like such a job as like all this social media stuff that's around now. Do you know what I mean? Like nobody knew it was going to take off. Like we were on Instagram before Instagram. So we've created our own path, and I've created my own path. Like people know me as the shoe guy. Like if someone talks about Morgan, like, oh, Morgan Crep City, Morgan into his shoes, and it used to be a joke. Like all my family, all like work colleagues, whatever, used to be like a joke between them. Like, oh, that's Morgan, he's got too many shoes, or spending all his wages, blah 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 blah. But now, obviously, it's gone full circle, and it's actually turned out right. So that's how I've created my own luck. I would say it all comes down to my parents. My parents supported me a lot over the years. So a lot of people don't know about me is that I'm statemented. And they had to fight for that with the government to get that through. And that's just because of like my dyslexia and all that sort of stuff. Basically, I thought I was going to work in a supermarket for the rest of my life. That was like my thing. I was going to be like, yo, I haven't got any skills. I like a lot of stuff. I love a lot of stuff, but I haven't got any skills. I can't do anything. Do you know what I mean? Like my skill is kind of just that I love so much stuff, and I love so much stuff to the point where I just get really interested in it, and I want to know everything about it. I read on it, I study it, and I think that's what happened with sneakers and footwear. I just like the footwear, I like the leather, I like the suedes, I like the meshes, the rubbers, all that sort of stuff, all the technical details. I love it. I love the history behind it. And yeah, I think they see that, and I think that love and that passion has opened doors for me and got me where I am today.
My name's Jess, but everyone calls me Juice. I run 5 online web stores, so basically all to do with like e-commerce. But what most people know me for is Small Feet Big Kicks, which is like an online trainer store for girls. Just over a year ago now, actually, I probably had like a massive lifestyle change, because prior to that, I'd been like working in retail. I had like 2 extreme time frame kind of jobs, so I was getting about 3 hours sleep a night. And I have this thing where I feel like I need to do everything, as well as like a fear of constantly missing out. So I was just like always saying yes to everything, always doing everything, and almost doing things half-heartedly, and just being extremely tired all the time. And so, yeah, I spent about April last year, I went completely like freelance, or like fully self-employed. I stopped doing all the retail jobs. So that kind of allowed me to kind of like normalise myself and be like less exhausted and actually kind of like reprioritize. So with the whole push of like just focusing fully on myself, and like with things we were doing with Nike and stuff through the blog, it kind of made me think like fitness is something that I should be doing a lot more. And so yeah, we in January decided to do like dry Jan, because that's another thing. Like, I hate using the term like alcoholic, but because whenever you think of alcoholic, you do think of someone that's just like on the street and like a bit, but essentially like people that just like constantly can't say no to drink. And with the whole blogger life, going to events and stuff, I kind of found myself thinking like I'm always drinking like unnecessarily, which again is not good for my health. And then I was like, am I an alcoholic? So doing dry January like made me sort of think like fitness is what I should be doing, and like drinking less, focusing. It just made me put more focus on myself, and made me realise that like I should be working more, and it just gave me a lot more energy to do more positive things, and actually allowed me to like, it meant that I could do more fitness jobs and like fitness campaigns or whatever. So in the long run, it was like a lot better for me. So yeah, I guess essentially I found my own luck through like focus, like being able to see what was kind of wrong in my life, and what I should be focusing more on, and then essentially doing more of that. So yeah, the last 6 months has kind of been a turnaround for me in that way.
I'm Jamie Ray, and I'm a HIIT trainer at Another Space, and I'm a martial artist. I've created my own look by working closely with other people, and basically trying to work alongside people to be able to get them to get the best within themselves, let it be with fitness, or even within their own life. So basically trying to be as motivating as possible to make people as happy and believe in themselves to do the best that they can do. I've always worked really hard to get to somewhere, and I've gone through different careers along the years, and I've tried to get to the top and work as hard as I can to get to these places, and I feel that working as hard as you can and pushing to try and get to where you need to do, you've got to really work for that, and you've got to push. But I think learning that when you can make other people happy, and you can see in other people's lives that you're making a difference. For me, creating Look was to be able to make other people feel happy and seeing smiles on their face. And by doing that has led me to have my own look in the future for what I do in a career.
I'm Bluebell. I know Kitty. We met kind of through what I do, and kind of through what Kitty does, at a promoter dinner. A lot of models were there. I'm a model, and Kitty was there. That's how we met. We just got on like straight away. I was scouted at university, and so probably people will think I just kind of fell into it, and then everything went really well from then on, and I was really lucky, and it just kind of all happened. But that's not really how it happened. I've struggled with anxiety my whole life, and I was diagnosed with generalised anxiety disorder, which is characterised by uncontrollable worry, and that really affects my day-to-day life. Especially with my job, where you have to be like confident and outgoing all the time. Every time I didn't get a casting, I just wanted to quit straight away, and I didn't want to be involved at all. Like, I didn't know what to do. It was really scary and really difficult. But I just keep going and challenging myself every day. And now I'm on posters and billboards like in London and all over the world. And I've shot with great photographers, and I've walked at London Fashion Week and done all these things that I would have never have thought was possible, and that's how I've created my own luck.
So I'm Thierry. Some people know me as T McFly. I'm French, born and raised in Paris, and 3 years ago I decided to move to London and try to make things happen. I always had that, creative mindset. Always wanted to do something in, fashion related to my passion, which is sneakers, footwear, streetwear, etc. And I just tried to make that happen. What I've noticed about Kitty is that she was very knowledgeable. She knew what she was talking about, and we kind of need more girls, female presence in this industry. And it's been very male focused for many years, but we see every brands in the industry starting to focus more on women. And I think it's a great thing. I think it's about wanting to take the risk. Like I said, 3 years ago, I was working in finance. I was in a comfortable position, but it just wasn't for me. And I wanted to do something that I was seeing on other people, being inspired by entrepreneurs in the fashion industry. And I thought, I want to do this as well. And so I moved to London, carried on, networking with people like I used to do, but try to focus more on business and on trying to create a branding of myself. And 3 years after, now I own my own creative agency called Visionarism. We're celebrating our first year anniversary in June 2017. It's a crazy milestone for us. And we work with some of our favorite people, favorite brands, and none of this would have been possible if I just stayed in a comfortable position without wanting to take the risk. And it hasn't really been easy all the time. When you're French, coming from another country, people don't really accept you straight away. You have to work twice as hard to prove that you're credible, that you're relevant. And today I'm here to carry on, trying to work hard, pushing every day. And that's how I created my own.